Yes, people, welcome back to another episode of Real Ball Talk. With the man in here as usual, talking Euro 2020. So let's just get straight into it, man. What are you saying?
All good, bro. All good. We predicted England to finish second. Some of us didn't even have them leaving the group, but they're coming first, baby. They're coming first. Let's get it.
Yeah. No, you were right about that. You tried to tell us, but they did come first. So big props to England for that. They came first. What are you saying, Rash?
All good, man. All good. Just happy to be here. Hump day, you know what I'm saying? Week's almost over.
Yeah, man, 100%. It's that midpoint in the week, man. 100%. And Jeff, what are you saying, bro?
All good, man. Gonna have to swallow my pride a bit, aren't I? I lost £50 as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I think losing £50 probably hurts a little bit more than swallowing your pride. I think you could take that. You know, we all have to do that, but yeah, man.
No, Jeff's money, man. Don't worry about Jeff. £50 is nothing to the kid. No, don't listen to him.
Don't put that on the internet. It lives forever. That's all a lie.
Hey, that's a good point right there. But listen, man, people, make sure to smash the likes as you come in. Obviously, there's a big game tonight. France, Portugal, that I think everyone's looking forward to. So yeah, we'll make sure to have everything wrapped up by then. But yeah, smash the likes, keep supporting us, share and subscribe, all that good stuff. But let's start off with England. Obviously, they sealed, as Jelil rightfully said, they sealed their spot in the last 16 last night for a 1-0 victory against the Czech Republic. Raheem Sterling got the winning goal. He's the only one who scored for England in the tournament so far. But I think it was the two players that are on the screen, Saka and Grealish, I really took the headlines. I think Grealish, everyone wanted him to play. So I think it's fair probably more maybe to talk more about Saka, because when his name was on the team sheet, I always like to keep a pulse on Twitter to see what people are saying. And a lot of people were unhappy that he was in the team, saying how the hell is he playing? How is Sancho not playing? So he actually had a lot of pressure under him. And I thought he played a very good game. Maybe some people took it too far, but I definitely thought, for considering the pressure he had, he played a very, very good game, as Saka is known to do if you watch Arsenal week in and week out. So, yeah, man, Jelil, talk to me. Like, what did you make of the game from England yesterday?
Yeah, I've got to put my hands up, man. I don't know if, for me, at the beginning of the game, I was like, Sancho's numbers can't really be ignored. When you look at stats and stuff, and I'm not really I'm a stats man, but on performance as well, and you just got to look at the kid to see what he can do.
Yeah, 100%.
With Saka, I wasn't upset he was playing, but at the beginning I was like, I'd rather Sancho play because we'll see a bit more of positive football. Saka is a whole different gravy. To get it, like Foden was playing that position, and that debate with Foden and Saka can come up again if you want. You know what I mean? They can come up again if you want. Because Saka he deserves to have a debate with Foden. Foden rated really highly, but Saka should be there. But yeah, man, he didn't get assist, he didn't get a goal. But I was having an argument in the chat with someone, and they're saying that Saka didn't start the game, he didn't do it. And I said, bro, the attack started from him. Like, if you see him beat that 3 or 4 people, he's done the business. You get it, like, do you know what I mean? He beat the 4 people, and everyone's like, oh, he's overhyped and stuff, but. Yeah, man. You know, for someone like me, I do overrate the kid. If I'm honest with you, I can see Rash laughing. Me and Rash have been going at it. We've been going at it, to be fair. But nah, man. It's respect at the end of the day, man. There's some miscommunications and stuff. But for me, yeah, I think I'm in the wrong in terms of overhyping the kid too much. For like Arsenal, I remember, I think Jeff kept saying, "Oh, put too much pressure on the kid. How could you put too much pressure on him? You know, you should figure the team thing." But I was thinking, Saka carries the team. He does carry the team. And I'm not going to lie to you. The reason why we played so good yesterday at England is because of Saka, bro. Harry Kane needs to kick rocks now. I think we can establish that. Put Sterling in the false number 9. He's the only one that scored for us. He can get headers. We've seen it. He can hold up play. We've seen it. He can score goals. We've seen it. What has he got in Harry Kane? Do you know what I'm saying? Harry Kane kick rocks, man. Get out of here, son. But all in all, again, there was one more thing that I was very upset about as well. I don't know if you don't agree with me, but Maguire coming in over my guy Mings. the world heavyweight champion of the world.
AKA Batista.
Massive Batista.
Rash said it last week. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. He said that, and like they took out Min just to. Yeah, Mins for me is a better player than Maguire. I'm going to say that here now. It's a big shout and it's a bit crazy to say. So I know.
Whoa,
yeah.
Whoa.
No, I know. But for me, more comfortable on the ball. When he tackles, very aggressive. When he's not trying to choke slam people, he does the business. So should you have changed it? No, you shouldn't have. But did it work out? It's another clean sheet on the board, and yeah, you can't really. I won't say too much on the midfield. I think I'll get into the midfield when we do player ratings. I think I'll elaborate a bit more on them, but I'll leave the floor to the boys.
Yeah, no worries. And I think, obviously, let me read out some of the comments. Big up the Paxar saying Saka getting overhyped as usual. KD saying...
Get him on, please.
hey, Paxar, if you want to come on, let me know. Saka did his thing. I can't even hate. It's looking long for Foden. Big up KD. Usually hates on Arsenal players, but big up KD, man. The packs are saying heart, which debate. So obviously, Jelil's already, and he's saying, Jelil, you're moving mad. So yeah, man. Hey, Pax, if you want to come on, let me know. I'll send you the link. And
join the party.
Yeah, man. Talk some
and we want Paxa. We don't want Ed.
Facts. Hey, but yeah, Rash, man. Obviously, Jelil broke it down well there. But yeah, man, talk to me. What did you make of the game?
Look, man, I thought the game started off at a great tempo for England. And it's kind of funny because the players that I said would be nice to see in the squad for the next game actually got a little call up, except for Sancho. Don't know what's going on there. Hasn't had any minutes yet. The fact that he hasn't seen any minutes yet, it smells like something's going on behind closed doors that we just don't know. Now, I don't know if it's because there's the whole talks with Manchester United going on, or even if there is real talks with Manchester United on. It seems like they're recycling the same stories over and over again and just trying to
from last year, innit?
Yeah, and trying to add an extra word or two into it to make it look like it's a new story, but it just seems like it's the same story being recycled. It just smells like something's going on backstage, but behind the scenes in the dressing room, because for him not to have any minutes at all, it's just weird. And the fact that the commentators and the pundits even, they're not even mentioning his name to even bring it up as a topic of conversation is just very strange for me. But anyway, it was good to see Saka in the squad. It was good to see Grealish into the squad as well. Seeing Grealish on the ball, I mean, he brings like such a different class of play. Do you know what I mean? You can tell that he's one of the best players in the squad. You know what I mean? He's just very confident on the ball. He's always looking to make something happen. Yeah, man, he doesn't really put a foot wrong. And it seems like the team also looked to him to get things started a lot of the time as well. And it was a brilliant assist. But the man of the moment, Saka, energy, skill, quick footwork, strength, the way he ran up and down those lines emphatically. The Czech defenders, they couldn't even keep up with him. The quality of the balls that he was putting in, the confidence that he had on the ball, especially the fact that it's his first game in the world in the Euros as well. Got a chance just to show what he's doing. He was just so confident. He just looked like he was just made to be in the team. He was made to play at this level and at this stage, So it was really good to see him come on the pitch, do what we all know that he can do, and shine the way that he did. Yesterday, when I was watching that game, he was the difference. And Kane even upped his tempo. Do you know what I mean? I see Kane trying to dash for the ball, run for the ball, loose balls and that, like run. You know what I mean? He even showed a new level of energy too. So it was good to see them with that energy to start off with. They just need to bring a little bit more to their game, man, because these little 1-0 victories, they're not going to help them get far, because other teams that are in this competition, they don't mind going 1-0 down. They think they're going to come back and bang 3. Do you know what I mean? And as Jelil said, you know, Mings, he got taken out. If it's not broken, don't fix it. But they banging Mags. I don't like. I'm not a big fan of him since he's left Leicester, to be honest. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And I didn't really see too much of him. But yeah, well done for him making the squad. I think Rice had the best game that he's had all tournament. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He had some good link-up play, especially with Saka as well. And that thing that I was saying would probably happen between Sancho and Saka was actually happening between Sterling and Saka, where they was changing wings, both swapping sides, going in. So it was confusing the defense. No defender got too comfortable with either one of them. So when one thought maybe he had the other one's number, nope, the other one's on the other side now to bring in a different type of attack. It was really good play going forward, you know. And yeah, man, well done to England for getting through. I think the connections between Walker and Saka was really good as well. The overlapping play and so forth like that. Saka starting it, passing it to Walker, Walker waiting for the run to go past, him playing it through. Like, that was brilliant as well. Yeah, man. Saka stole the show. Grealish stole the show. And Sterling again, England's #1 goal scorer in this tournament. You know, it's saying a lot, considering I feel like Sterling has had one of his best seasons that he's had in years. But he's performing. He's doing the job that we expect from Harry Kane. And you've got to think about Harry Kane, man. When he's in the situation to pass to Sterling, he loves that shot, innit?
He loves that one. Yeah, again, he should have squared it again.
Yeah, but it happens. They got the victory. They're through. They topped the group. Like, well done to England. But boy, who they've got next, it doesn't even matter. It's going to be a hard game.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, man, and obviously Jeff, like, obviously Rash touched on the day. Obviously Saka came in, performed, have very good link-up play with Kyle Walker, who also is another one that came back into the team. And yeah, so, and Harry Kane struggling again. He was a bit more active yesterday. But yeah, man, so I guess talk to me, like, what were your thoughts on the game? And I guess we kind of had the thing there. Do you feel like Saka, Sterling, is that what Southgate should go with in the last 16, or would you change it up?
Well, I'll start with salute to England for making it through. It was a very, very average display, though. I don't want that to get lost. It wasn't any better than they've done in the tournament. It was a better 35 minutes. They started well. Tempo was good. Saka and Grealish started very, very well. I think it's just their ability to receive the ball, front foot, half turn, and turn out. That's what Grealish brings to the game. Saka had a very accomplished first half as well. I say first half because second half, England completely tapered off, in my opinion. And in the end, I was looking at it like England could end up drawing this because the more corners that the Czech were getting, you got people like Souček in there who are just big bullies. A goal can easily go in. I think, in a way, I'm a big Saka fan, but I also I'd like for him to be wrapped in cotton wool a bit, and I think he's getting a bit too many plaudits for his display. He played well. Don't get me wrong. He played well. It's a more accomplished display than anyone else. It doesn't make it a 5-star display, though.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And that's the same thing as what I was saying with Arsenal. When the team is underperforming and then he does what a player is meant to do, the plaudits get given a bit too much for me. Now, don't get me wrong. He's 19 years of age, big future, can play many positions, very, very able player. But yeah, I think everyone should just relax a little bit with the plaudits that he gets. I think in terms of what Southgate should do, I still think that Sancho should feature personally. 8 minutes is it's criminal, really.
It's a joke.
I don't know what to say about that. Someone like Grealish should play because England look better with Grealish playing. I don't know what's going to happen when Mount gets over self-isolating. Is he going to come back in? I don't know what's going to happen there. But I think Grealish should stay in that team because he's one of the only players willing to take a risk for England. That's what it looks like. And that's what it's looked like all season for Villa too. He's the only one. He doesn't care if he loses the ball. Like, he's willing to take a risk to create something for his team. And even here, I was a bit surprised he went off because I felt like, especially when he came off, the game went very, very flat, in my opinion. I still like Southgate is probably going to keep the team that he just put out. I'm going to assume maybe with the change of Mount. I think Kane looked better in the first half again, but it wasn't great. I'll be honest. I'm a Kane fan. It wasn't great. But then again, England weren't great. So the way Kane works is, if England carve out regular chances, naturally, because he's such a good finisher, he'll grab one or two. When you're carving out a few, like his one main chance he should have put away, definitely. I wouldn't even have squared it because if you're my number 9 and you square that, I'm angry at you because there's no way you should be passing that, in my opinion. Shoot. But in Kane fashion, I should have gone in the corner. Like, it shouldn't be a save from the keeper. It was a keeper's height. Should have hit it low and in the corner. But yeah, I don't know. I think England's problem is still creativity, if I'm honest. Grealish helped. Saka helped. But we see the teams they could go up against, and this is not going to cut it. You're going to go home with your tail between your legs.
Yeah. No, well said. And let me just read out some of the comments. Big up James. Hope you're good, my bro. Saying, so they gave Sterling a mad time and he's performing. That's true. You know, the media likes to get on Sterling's back. He's saying, what if Kate banks free next match? He's saying he's calling Harry Kane Kate for now.
So that was deliberate.
So that was deliberate. Yeah, that's deep, man. Hey, James, that's a low blow. I can't lie still, but hey.
Kate.
Disrespectful.
Kate.
Harry Kate.
Wow, yeah, that's mad still. Hey, bring up my G, Calm. Hope you're good, my bro. I know you're a little unwell right now, but yeah, man. Hope you're feeling better real soon, bro. Saying Jeff speaking facts. Big up Jamie in the building. Hope you're good, G. Saying I agree with Jeff. He's spot on with Saka and I rate him too. But I heard Jelil don't rate Saka. Can he explain that kiss? Hey, listen. I don't think Jelil said that. I don't think Jelil said that. So, I don't think Jelil said that. So, Jelil didn't say that.
He's trying to cause some trouble up in the place.
Oh, bro.
Katie's saying head. Katie, one sec, Jelil. Katie's saying Hendo, Maguire, Mount, Foden starting next game. You know the thing about starting next game is that their last 16 clash is on next Tuesday night, and Mount's self-isolation ends on Monday, which means he can't train until Tuesday. So if Southgate throws him in the team, that's a bit mad. After not playing for a whole week, that will say everything about Mount. But it wouldn't surprise me if he does play. Not saying Mount shouldn't, but after a whole week not playing. But yeah, man. So I guess, you know what? Let's do some quick player rating.
Just to say that he is going to be training. He's just going to be training isolated, isn't he? So it's not like he's finished, maybe down as well.
No, but I think he has to. Yeah. I think under the rules, you have to stay at home. So I mean, obviously, these guys I'm sure they've got, nice houses and everything where they got a back garden where they can do everything they want anyway. So yeah, I'm sure he'll still be doing his own training. But yeah, before we move on to who England are going to play in the last 16. Just a quick one to say that actually Poland, I think Lewandowski equalized against Sweden, which means now Spain are actually going to finish top of that group and Sweden in second place. It's 93rd minute in that one. So it looks like Spain are finishing first and Sweden second. So you know what? At the end, we can probably just do a very quick run through of how everything's looking now because it's pretty much fixed. I think Portugal have to do a madness tonight in terms of if they got to go out. Obviously, they could beat France, but I think that's unlikely. But yeah, man, let's do some quick player rating for the England game. So Jelil, starting off with you. You seem to always get Pickford. Where are you giving Pickford?
Yeah. Well, I've got to be honest. He saved us a bit, and clean sheet 7.
Seven for Pickford. I'm not mad at that. Rash Cal Walker.
I think he had an okay game. He had a good link-up play with Saka, but just above average. I think he had a 6.
Okay, 6. I think Sweden have just scored a 95th minute winner.
Hey.
I've just seen it. They did.
Yeah, you've just seen it. Yeah. I think they've just scored. So yeah, they're back to first. Mad thing. Okay. All right, Jeff. And then who had? So John Stones.
Decent game, not bad. Go over 6 though.
Over 6, yeah. Okay, not mad at that. Jelil Harry Maguire, Mags. What are you saying, bro?
7.
Okay, yeah.
I think the whole back line should get a 7 just because of Walker's debatable. No, Walker deserves 7 from the defensive work he does. He's going to be a defender, and everything else follows suit. So I'll take everyone. Stones as well, 7. He's done really well. Every threats and everything. Harry Maguire, and like I said, if it's not broke, they'll fix it. But I'm not going to lie, it wasn't broke, and he still fixed it. So he still kept a clean sheet, and he's still done the business, in my opinion. So yeah, 7 for him.
Okay, 7 for Maguire. Remember, people continue to smack the likes and get your thoughts as well on the player ratings. Rash, Luke Shaw.
6.
6, yeah. I think that's fair. I don't think Luke Shaw was amazing yesterday. I thought he was just did a job. He just did a job. So I'd agree with that. Declan Rice, Jeff.
Probably his best game so far. Do we go with halves here, or is it full numbers only?
Ideally, full numbers, preferably.
7 does sound a bit too high though, but
I feel you, yeah.
I would have said 6.5 ideally, but I know I'm not going to round it up. I'm going to round it down. 6.
Facts. I was going to say that as well.
Yeah, I was going to say that as well. Yeah. All right, Jelil, Calvin Phillips, the Yorkshire Pillow.
5.
5.
Yorkshire Pillow.
Yeah, man didn't even smile at that. Man's like,
5.
This guy on my face.
Strong 5. 5.
Get this guy on my face. Rash, I'll give you Saka. Go on, give me Saka, Rash.
Yeah, so I think he didn't have the assist or a goal or anything, but he was the creator in reality of that goal when he came through. So I'll say a very, very, very strong 7.
Yeah.
I would have gone 8.
What?
Can I explain why? Remember that time? Remember that time when Arsenal played Chelsea and Martinelli came on, but he didn't really get a goal assist if I'm correct. However, the tempo was mad. Like, we were playing shocking. Tempo was mad. It changed up the whole game. Everyone started playing with the tempo was raised. I'm gonna say the same thing. Saka had the same. It could be Grealish as well, but Saka had the same impact because I stick by that attack started from him. And beating those 3-4 man, and everyone was like, rah. But if he beat 3 or 4 man, most people beat 1 man and lose it to the next man. I'm just saying he got the ball up the pitch.
He did it all game.
I'm gonna say I would have gone with an 8 just because of that. I know we're gonna give the goal scoring 8 and everything as well, but I think they're on par. If I'm being honest in terms of work rate.
Are we?
I understand what. I understand. I don't know. Sorry. Obviously, sorry. Sorry, but I'm just saying. If someone deserves to get man of the match, for me, it's Saka, in my opinion. So I think 8. No one gets a 9 or 10. Let's be real. So yeah, that's just me.
Yeah.
I'm not mad with that. Strong 7 is like a 8 anyway.
Facts.
Yeah. All right, Jeff, Grealish.
Yeah, he was dangerous he was England's most dangerous player for me before he went off. I wouldn't have said Saka, but Saka stayed on longer, I guess. But
Yeah.
the game was so poor that 7 still sounds too high.
Yeah. I hear you.
I'm going to say 6.5. I know we don't do halves, but that's the best thing I can do for you.
I'll allow you.
I think we got to pull that up to a 7, Jay.
Yeah. Pull out, Jeff. Come on, man. Be kind to Grealish.
Jeff, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I've got a side with you on this. Yeah, it wasn't a great performance. However, individual performances, can we?
But they weren't. As well? Let me say this: no one was great. Like an 8 signifies a very, very impressive, consistent performance. Saka's was a game of 2 halves. He was still the most accomplished player on the pitch, but first half he was very, very good. Him and Grealish kind of ran the show. Second half it tapered off. He still had his little moments in there, and he just kept his position. He kept doing what he was doing, but it wasn't a great half. So I can't give 7 means 7 still means very, very good throughout. He got dragged off.
Yeah. It's a person university, let's be real. But do you understand where I'm coming from when I said the tempo? Do you understand where I come from when I said the tempo changed, like how Martinelli did it for Arsenal?
I get it, but the game is so bad that I can't just give you an 8 because you changed the tempo. There's got to be more to it for me.
But that's why I was going to give them both 7s. To me, I was going to mark them both as 7s because to me they were both. If there was any attack or any good play that was coming from England, it was coming from them. But again, as you're mentioning, the game wasn't terrific. England didn't really have an excellent game. They had a good first half in reality. And then the second half, it was very lackluster. It was very okay, let's just play the ball around. Let's do what we're doing. They wasn't under too much pressure except for the couple of corners in the last 20 minutes and stuff like that, where it looked like, hey, it could get a bit dangerous for them. But in reality, England, they don't have that extra force that is needed from them in order to push them through this tournament. You know what I mean? And you can tell it on the pitch. It's like they used up all their energy in the first. They used up all their ideas in the first half, and they said, "All right, what do we do now?" kind of thing. That's what I was saying. That's why I was saying a 7 performance from Saka. But the reason why I'm saying Grealish kind of has to match that in some way is because he got the assist as well.
All right. You know what? Yeah, 7. I'm cool with a 7. If we keep Saka at 8, I don't mind either. Cool. But I'll give Grealish a 7, then I guess.
All right, cool. So we'll go for 7 for Grealish, and then so last 2, Jelil, Sterling.
Yeah, I'm trying my best not to give him a rating for the whole tournament because he is the only prolific goal scorer we have, if we're being real. Getting that goal meant everything. And unfortunately, it's not Sterling's fault, it's Southgate's fault because he sat back after that and thought, we got the goal now. Let's hang about and let's do you know what I mean? Let's hold the ball and just muck about and let's not create much. I blame Southgate for this, if I'm honest. Sterling getting a goal. Yeah, he can hold a 7, man. Still a first in university.
7,
yeah, he can hold a 7.
Yeah, I think it's fair given that he got the goal. And then last but not least, before I get back to the comments, Harry Kane.
Man like Jane. All right. So, what is it? It's Kate. I've been calling him Jane for so long. His name is Kate, yeah? I'm going to call him Jane. Yeah. I'm going to call him Jane. Yeah. Now, he had a better game than he has for the whole tournament. But still, it's not enough, is it? Do you know what I'm trying to say? I think he had an average performance again today from a forward. Yesterday from what you expect from a forward. So I would give Jane a 5.
Okay. So Jane gets a 5 out. That's 4K, man.
He's calling Jane now.
His stock has fallen.
Demasculating the fella, bro.
Trust me, man. Trust me.
I think it's because, with the others, look, I expect a lot from Harry Kane, man. Like, Harry Kane is a top quality striker, a world-class striker, one of the best in the whole entire world. Do you know what I mean? You want to see people like Kane perform, like you want to see people like Ronaldo perform. Do you know what I mean? And when teams are lining up against England, you know their managers are saying, hey, be careful from Harry Kane. You know what Harry Kane can do. he's just not doing what we know he can do, and it's disappointing. It's disappointing.
Yeah, 100%. He's supposed to be England's superstar, and he's not playing like it. So it needs to be called out. Because if he was performing it, though, he'll be getting the praise. So it needs to go both ways.
I still would make him lead the line though, because he's Harry Kane.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got to ride it out at this point.
Calvert-Lewin can't come and play.
He can't.
Nah, he can't. I don't believe England had a great game against a better side. Therefore, would have taken an L. I think a lot of people would say that. And James saying, "What is your view on Southgate?" Well, I think we all don't really rate him, to be honest. If you've seen any of our previous shows, some people call him waistcoat. We're not as disrespectful as that, but yeah, he's a bit like Ole.
Do we rate him? Do we rate Southgate on the?
I know. He's like Ole. He's the Ole of international football.
If we're being real, lads, though, shit, this might be a crazy one.
Let's go. Let's hear it.
Ready for it, Jay.
If we're being real, if we're being real, Conte done this with with Chelsea in terms of these 1-0 wins and that, yeah. So I know you got all looking at me crazy. I can see it. But I'm trying to be messed up to look at you niggas. Jeez.
Wait, then let me get closer.
Okay, basically, in a nutshell, if we're being real, if this is any other manager, he would get a minimum 6 in a rating. The reason why I say it is the clean sheets and 2 wins. Not many teams in this tournament have done that this far.
Look, I'm sorry. In regards to this year, I think the clean sheet thing. I think he's got the back line well drilled. They know what they can do, and they stick to what they can do, and they're making the most out of it. Do you know what I mean? And it's working. Yeah. So yeah, well done. You done that. But one of the reasons why I hated Sven, one of the reasons why I hated Capello is because of these 1-0 little crappy games. You know what I'm trying to say? It is boring football. No one don't want to see that crap. This is international football. This is when you've got the best players in the country playing for one team. Yeah, this is supposed to be elite football right now. We want to see that. We want to be entertained. Do you know what I mean? We can't be seeing like Spain banging in 5. See all these other teams banging in bare goals and all these things like that. And Italy got a flipping average age of 65 and they're banging in bare goals. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You want to see this from a young, you know what I mean, from a young English squad. You want to see them getting it about us. You want to see them doing something, and you just know like he's still playing it safe. Yeah, the only thing I see him doing on the touchline is this. When they're getting hyped, yo, calm down. You're moving a bit too fast for me. Chill.
Yeah. Too much attacking.
Yeah, there's too much. Yeah, just chill out. Do you know what I mean? No, I want to see that entertaining football, man. I want to see that Klopp football, that rock and roll stuff, man. I want to see that, and he's just not. It's just not in, man.
Let me ask you boys a question. I don't want to take too much time because I know Jack's got a role. Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Somehow this happens. Let's just imagine. Let's just all go to imagine. I wish I had the buzzer that goes takes us into imaginary dreamland. Yeah? Now check this out and talk to me. Yeah? Listen. I'm going to relate it to the Invincibles, right? If somehow we tend to get through the next group stage 0-0, boring as fuck game, boring, but we win on penalties against France, for example. Then we go to the next round, we win 1-0. And then we go to the final and we win either on penalties or 1-0, but we kept a clean sheet throughout the whole thing. Boring football, yes. Are we going to be upset with that? And we win the tournament.
Not if you win. Not if you win. You'll be mad bored during it. But
yeah.
If you win, you win, innit?
Jeff, you want to take this one?
First of all, I want to preface this with I'm not an England fan, so this would have no impact on me.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
I should have said that as well, to be fair, but I left that out. Yeah.
But I'll say that. All right. If this is an intentional style, great. My problem is I don't think it's intentional.
Yeah.
Like Capello, that's an intentional style. Like he's made a career off of solid, airtight defenses, and you can't penetrate it, and they'll score a goal and they'll win the league. Problem with Southgate is maybe I'm judging him off of Middlesbrough too. I'm including that too. From what I've seen from him as a manager, he doesn't have the nous tactical ability. Maybe he has the knowledge. He probably does. He's been in football for 30 odd years, but he doesn't have enough nous to be doing this deliberately. This just happens to be the result, in my opinion. So you can still give him his props. Like Oli finished second. So whilst I don't rate him as a manager, he finished second. Like, what can I say? I can give him his props for that. Like, well done, you finished second, even though it's a long way off first. Yeah, you still finished second. I can give you something for that. Like, cool, like some kudos. But in a grand reality, like if Southgate could win the Euros and a World Cup, it's not gonna have any bearing on where he finishes in my top managers. He won't be there.
I see that. Sorry, Jay, I was just going to say quickly, you can almost compare it to the Portugal manager who won the Euro 2016. No one rates him, but he's got that on his belt, isn't it?
You know what? I am digging for a bit of ratings. If it is his playing style, and somehow he seems to do it, not to say he should go up in the books in our ratings, because like I think we cemented a lot of top managers in our lifetime. You know, we're all of age, so we should have a, standard 5, 10, whatever. But what I'm saying is, he should get the applause he deserves if he does get, as far as possible.
He
should get something, but I don't know, man. Again, it won't be a crazy like salute, like wow, you've done some groundbreaking shit. It'll be like, oh, the stars aligned, you won, like how Greece won in 2004. That's how I'm looking at it.
No, fair enough.
Fair enough. And I think obviously, quickly before we get on to the last 16 clash for England, do we all think France are going to beat Portugal today? I think we all do, right?
Personally,
yeah.
I do.
Okay, cool. Fine, so that's cemented. So I've done based off that, and then personally, on a personal level, for me, this is quite a heartbreaking to see Belgium and Portugal in the last 16. Knowing one of my guys is going out is horrible. That's gonna be, and then knowing that they're gonna play Italy potentially afterwards, someone else is going out. So yeah, this is peak.
This is very familiar, man.
Yeah, I think our one was a little bit different, but you know, Rash, look at this bottom half, England, look at this bottom half, how weak it is.
Yeah, if they can get past Germany, and let's just say Holland has a hiccup, but even though I think Holland in this tournament won't have a hiccup, they've got it. But it's like last tournament as well. They had it made for them, man, and they walked as far as they could go, and they just didn't take the initiative.
You know what? Yeah, in that case, should we just do a quick run through? Who are we saying? Belgium, Portugal. Who's going to win?
Belgium, and the KDB's back, and Lukaku. KDB and Lukaku link up is silly to me. It's too strong.
Can't lie, man. Lukaku's playing well, bro. Lukaku's playing well.
Belgium, I think Belgium.
Yeah, I'd go with Belgium as well. By Ronaldo, and then Italy, Austria. Italy,
Italy, come on.
It's not it's not going to be as easy as people think, but yeah.
No, it won't.
It's going to be a hard game.
I don't know, man. We've been saying that. We've been saying that with every Italy game, and they've been proving that every game's bloody easy.
Yeah. Eventually Eventually it will get tough, but let's put Italy for now. France, Switzerland, let's not waste time. Croatia, Spain. Ooh.
Spain.
I don't know,
That's going to be Spain's hardest game of the tournament so far.
Croatia's vanilla at the moment, man. They're very bland compared to what they were a couple of years ago in the World Cup. I'm afraid it's not looking good for them.
What do you mean
yeah,
by
so,
Ronaldo?
Who said that?
Cause I said by Ronaldo because obviously Belgium are going to beat Portugal, innit?
Oh, this guy,
yeah.
he's got a Ronaldo-ometer, bro. He pops up
I
as
didn't
soon as he hears his name.
I didn't even know how he heard that. I literally whispered it.
I didn't even hear it.
I'm here, and I still didn't hear it.
Hey, Ed is the funniest guy alive. What the fuck?
Jesus
But yeah,
Christ.
man, listen. All right, let's go Spain for now, even though I can't lie. Yeah, that is the biggest 50-50 game I've seen. Like, I can't pick that game. That is 50-50, but I'll just give it to Spain. Sweden, Ukraine. Oh, Lord. That's another 50-50 game. Lord. Oh, man.
No, nominated to eat. What's that Swedish guy, the striker?
Isaac.
Isak. Well,
Isak. Yeah, Isak. Yeah.
He's a player to watch, and I feel like he can carry them. However, that winger that Rash picked, what's his name?
Yarmolenko. He's doing bits.
He's on form.
Doing bits.
So it's hard to say.
You know, Rash proved us wrong with that. He's got 3 goals already in this tournament. Or 2 or 3. 2, sorry. 2.
3, he's got 3. I think he's got 3, isn't it?
3?
Yeah, I think he's got 3.
2. But yeah, 2 or 3 is good. 2 or 3 is good anyway. In 3 games, that's quality. All right, let's just pull Sweden through. And England, Germany. What are we saying? Germany?
Yeah, in style.
England.
England. Coming on?
No, it's not coming on, but it's England.
England don't beat Germany. I think they've done it once. They've done it once in like how many years? The way the country was gas, I swear it meant nothing as well.
Yeah, it was a
it was a friendly.
One of them friendlies before the tournament.
It was one of them ones. Yeah, literally, Germany was like, bro, why is this guy so happy?
Yeah, bro.
That's so funny.
Jelil looks upset, man. Hey, Jelil, don't worry, bro.
Typical fashion, bro. Typical fashion.
I would argue if Jeff didn't have to cut in a bit, because I want Jeff to quickly do the final thing, but I would argue. I'm not going to waste time.
Yeah. All right, Jeff. All right, do a quick run through, and we'll just say yes or no if we disagree. We'll let you finish off. Wales, Denmark. Who you got?
Wales, Denmark.
Denmark are looking all right, you know.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Denmark. I don't think Wales have got enough.
All right. So Jeff, finish it off for us here then. All right, Belgium, Italy.
Belgium.
Okay. Same Belgium. Anyone disagree? I think that's a good game though. I can't lie, that's a good game.
We already had that conversation, and you chose Belgium. John.
Yeah, we did. But
you said goodbye to your own people, bro.
I did, but that was before I saw Italy playing it. Obviously, I don't change. You know what I'm saying? I said bye to my own people, but obviously Hazard. I won't be disappointed if Hazard beats my people.
He said obviously Hazard.
Obviously.
Man said, I remember last week because I have to stick with the family, man. Hazard.
All right, to be fair, even some of my family from back in the day, you're like, what are you doing, bro? Yeah, man. They don't get it. All right, France, Spain. Oh man, that's easy.
France,
that's
easy.
Yeah, they can destroy them.
Germany,
Sweden, Germany, Netherlands, Denmark. Netherlands, and then let's do Germany, Netherlands first. That's a bit of a grudge match, isn't it?
Yeah, that is.
They don't like each other.
Not at all. I'm gonna go with France to beat Belgium, and I'm gonna go with Germany to beat Netherlands.
And that's the final.
Is that the final we already had before?
It's the final we had.
It's the same final.
Trust me.
It's
almost the same order. It's almost the same order as well.
Yes, identical almost.
Yeah.
We actually predicted a lot right.
All Wales, because we said Wales wasn't going to get through. So
Bruno Fernandes has been dropped, by the way.
Yep, yes.
As it needs to be. I think we even said that in the last pod, didn't we? He's going to get dropped.
We did. And then Jeff, last one for you before you need to dash off. France, Germany, repeat of the first round. Or you think Germany could take them second time?
I think it'll be close again, but I think France are going to have too much. I think Mbappe is going to steal the show.
Okay, Mbappe to steal the show. So, hey, we still got the same winners. I think we did a good job then in the group stages predicting where people are going to finish. I can't lie.
I agree.
So we need to get some credit for that still. But yeah, people, listen. Jeff's got to rush off now. So yeah, man, Jeff, we'll see you on Friday, innit? For the next show.
Friday. We'll see what happens
Yeah,
in the
man.
meantime, game wise.
Yeah, we'll see, man. But take it easy in the meantime, bro.
Lads, take it easy,
Take
man.
Take it easy, Jeff. But yeah, man, listen. So yeah, let's get on to the last 16 game for England. James is saying Harry Kane to score next game. Hey, I'm glad you're calling him Kane now, my bro, rather than where did Kate go?
Yeah, Alana's got to say the same thing. What the hell's going on?
And Ed saying Portugal will beat France today, all in capital letters. So, hey, if that happens, then that changes up the whole thing again, isn't
it? If that happens, if Portugal beat France today, I'll say Portugal makes it to the final because they shouldn't have that much firepower. And I can see that Renato Sanchez is playing, and he's yeah, he's playing tonight. He's starting.
Okay. In that case, then because obviously. That last group, we predict that France are going to win, but it's not 100% sure. So that means who England can play could change. Because if France draw and Germany win, England end up with France in the next round. And then, I think in terms of for France if Germany win and Portugal win, England get Portugal. So it's really wide open depending on the results. So obviously I've got it up there. Sorry, I was meant to put this one up. Yeah. So for you guys, Jelil, Rash, obviously, who do you think England should want to play from these three teams? It's an open floor. There might not be one. There might not be one, to be fair. But yeah.
All honesty. Unfortunately, it can't be France. They've got too much firepower. They're probably the best defensively and also best attacking wise. I would say if we're going against defense, I think there's a lot more mistakes in the Germany defense as they're playing wing backs, which we can counter attack on. And I see a lot of mistakes in there because they should have been conceding to Portugal. But that just shows you Portugal's firepower. Then I wouldn't want to play Portugal because they're. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. They hit us with the left hook, right hook, and we're out, but even before we can swing back. So I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying you think the best matchup for England in the next round is Germany?
100%.
Okay. Do you think if we did play Germany, Southgate would try to match them with three at the back? I have a feeling he might try and do that.
110% he would. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Mings, Maguire, and Stones, and he would have to go with Trippier because he can work that line. Shaw hasn't really been proven to do that, but I think Shaw will 100% do a better job. Chilwell, he's proven to do it, but he's not going to be back in time, unfortunately. So he probably will go with Trippier and Walker on the right just for pace to get Gnabry and whoever else is there.
Yeah. Okay, so Jelil's going with Germany as the most favorable draw. You can't really get a favorable draw from those three.
Can't.
You can't. So Rash, what are you saying, man? Are you in agreement with him?
You have to kind of look at it from the point of view that France has got some brilliant attackers and they're very fast, and you're thinking about who can possibly take early advantages of England and score some goals that England won't be able to recoup. And I'd say France have the ability to do that and Portugal have the ability to do that. Whereas Germany, I can see them over a period of time. That's how they get their strength through the game going on and through them having a good build-up play. But then you got to take into consideration how good England's defense has been so far. They've kept clean sheets and so forth. So I think their best bet would be to play a Germany because I think they will be able to match them. I don't think Germany's strike force is as prolific as France and as Portugal. So I think they'll be able to keep Havertz under wraps because obviously Havertz, he plays in the Premier League. A lot of these players have played against Havertz. A lot of them have played against Werner as well. So they know how to maintain these guys, you know what I'm trying to say, and to contain them. Whereas the other guys, I mean, they're out of this league. The Mbappes, the Benzemas, the Griezmanns, the Ronaldos, like you just got to think, okay, who have they got better odds of keeping a clean sheet against, or at least only conceding one against? And it would be the Germans for me. And I think England's attack will be able to outdo Germany's defense as well. You know, so it will be a test of that midfield battle. England have to get it right in the midfield, and that's probably where you're going to need to draw for the experience. Man like Hendo in there might have to be there just to keep the calm and be able to direct them a little bit as well. He's a good captain.
Yeah.
So if my best take would be for England to play Germany, I think they would do it against Germany, if anyone.
Yeah. I think I would tend to agree. I mean, it's not an easy choice. I would maybe. I need to see how Portugal play today because I've seen that they're playing both Renato Sanchez and João Moutinho. So they're going with the team I would like to see. So if they play well today, then I might change my mind. But because the thing is with Portugal wouldn't mind going to Wembley and sitting back. France, we know they don't mind sitting back and counter-attacking, and we don't want to see Mbappe one-on-one with John Stone or Harry Maguire. Even Benzema, you don't really want to see him around there. Will Rice be able to pick out Griezmann? So Germany, while I feel like they've got the best system, the forward line, as you said, Rash, I don't know, it's a bit, apart from Gnabry, I think it's a bit flaky. I can't trust them to turn up. So, you know, for that reason, I would say Germany is probably the best matchup, but it may be that they don't end up getting them. So it's going to be an intriguing night either way. And then next Tuesday, obviously, at Wembley, I've seen that they've increased the capacity of the semi-final and final to 60,000. So,
shall we touch on that? Shall we touch on that?
Go ahead.
Yeah, man, go on.
Look, one of the things that I do agree with Southgate is this weird rule. You know what I mean? Of the isolation thing. The man was talking in the tunnel. Then man have to go into isolation, but the whole of the Scottish team are cool. Yet they shared the changing room with him and probably was in the showers with him. You know, them boys get down. So I'm just like, it's just becoming a bit weird. Yeah. Okay, the Wembley, you can hold 60,000 people in the stadium now. 60,000 people in the stadium. But when your loved one dies, only 20 attendees can attend the funeral. Yeah. And matter of fact, they're having people actually staying outside of the ceremony because they can't come in for fear of social distancing. People can't get married and have people around their loved ones come to witness them get married because they're saying, you know, they're going to dance together. Bro, these are football guys. They're going to be shouting over each other's backs, over each other's necks. When the goals go in, they're going to be hugging each other and everything. Yeah. I just don't understand how, and this is the problem. I'm not a revolutionary, yeah. But this is the problem when you live in a capitalist society, okay? And not something that's a socialist society. Because if you think about a socialist society, it's about the people who have the power and the money to look after the people who are lower than them and take care of them and make sure that their needs are met. Yeah, to create some sort of, you know, humanity within society. But when it's just capitalism, all you care about is that money. Okay, and I believe that they did this straight out of fear of losing the semi-finals and finals to somewhere else like Hungary or something like that. So they said,
It was
"Oh, we
being
can't."
mentioned.
Yeah,
it was being mentioned,
we can't lose that money. We need that money. So all of a sudden, it's okay for 60,000 people to gather in one place, yeah, for a football match. But people are not allowed to go abroad to see their families who are dying, not allowed to attend funerals to the people who they love dearly, who they haven't been able to see for the whole of this lockdown. They can't go and witness their daughters or their cousins or their aunties or whoever get married. This government is a joke, yeah. And to be honest, I'm gonna stop there. You know what I'm trying to say? But to be honest, this whole thing is becoming a bit of a farce.
Yeah, I think you broke that down perfectly, to be honest. And I think it just goes down to the simple thing people always say: money talks. It comes down to that. You know, when the pockets gets affected, we saw how quickly FIFA reacted when the whole Super League threat came in. You know, they acted within a day of threats of expulsion and everything, and we never saw anything like that for racism or anything like that. So they keep showing us and telling us that money is what matters. So as frustrating as it is, and I fully hear you, you know what I'm saying, you can't go to weddings, you can't go abroad, people dying, you can't see them. And but yeah, you can have, and it's not the 60,000 in the stadium that really bothers me, because obviously it's an 80,000 capacity, so you can space 60,000 people out. We all know football games. We've been to football games. We know what it's like before. We know what it's like after the game. If England were to win next Tuesday night, we know what's going to happen after the game. Them fans are going to gather together. Everyone's going to go find a pub and just enjoy the night together. There's going to be mixing and matching, hugging, everything else. So if that's not a potential hotspot, then I don't know what is. So you feel like, hey, if you can have a venue that can host 400 people for a wedding, why can't it have a 200 people capacity? Why can't you make it dependent on the venue size? But listen, that's
it's a problem, and like I said, it's all down to capitalism, man. And I strongly believe, this is my opinion, you don't have to agree with it or not, but I believe things such as racism and classism are all byproducts of capitalist societies. Okay, and I'm just gonna leave it there.
Yeah, man. I think that's I don't really disagree with you on that, but as you said, what I'm saying, let's move on. But we've said what we've had to say, and what I'm saying, we keep it moving. A big up Hassan, our bro in the chat. Hope you're good, G. Saying Saka and Grealish were the difference yesterday. Top ballers, yeah, man. They definitely both played very well. Yeah, man. And obviously, you know what? Just to kind of round it off, last quick segment, last quick 5-10 minutes or so. Obviously, Scotland were beaten by Croatia yesterday in Scotland at Hampden Park. They tried everything, but in the end, the little maestro, Luka Modric, with an absolutely outrageous goal. No surprise, because the outside of the boot he's almost the second trademark to that after Charisma, who was the real original for the outside the boot. But just a brilliant goal and assist too. And you know what? Sometimes I wonder with Modric, and I've asked myself this: is he still underrated to this day? Because sometimes his name gets brought up in conversation with people like Stevie G, Lampard, Xavi, and Iniesta, and people almost like, "Raw, why are you bringing on Modric?" And I'm like, surely he's in that. He might not be better for you, but surely he deserves to be in that conversation. Obviously, Jelil. Sorry, I forgot Scholes. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot Scholes. Yeah. I forgot to mention Scholes. Sorry. I saw you there getting stressed out. I was wondering what's going on. But yeah, man. So like, is Modric still underrated, or is he just underappreciated?
I mean, I'll just tackle this one quickly. Modric is definitely top 10 midfielders. I just feel like because of maybe the club he once played for, Spurs, and the country he played for, haven't really achieved much, but he's achieved a lot with Real Madrid. He has won 4 on the trot in terms of Champions Leagues. Well, not on the trot, he won 3 in the trot, and he won
4 and 5, yeah.
So he's got that. For me, he's underrated, man. That guy's a beast, man. People don't see the magician in him. They just look at the big name. But for me, Modric should be rated higher than what he's rated now. To be doing this at 36, I believe he's 36 or something like that. To be doing this at 36 and still doing it, yeah, he needs to be rated because this is top tier, man, and he's doing the business. Unfortunately, Scotland didn't have it in them. The main man, Gilmore, was in the midfield. I'm not gonna lie, if he was there, he could have stopped Modric, man marked him at the game, and that's the kind of guy into man mark at the game. However, I saw something today. He's linked to Norwich on loan for a long season, so he's not in the plans of Tuchel. Gilmore.
That'll be a good move for him, though. Norwich like to play good football. He'll suit them still in Premiership. It's a good move for him. He's still very young, but I like him. He's a good player. Good little player.
Yeah, I like him. He'll play week in, week out. But yeah, he's got Norwich, just to let you guys know.
Yeah, I appreciate that one. And obviously, yeah, as Jelil said there, Rash, like Modric is a little magician, an absolutely unbelievable footballer. And maybe the fact he did play for Spurs at one point, maybe the fact he plays for Croatia, is that what holds him back? Is it the fact he doesn't get mad assists? Modric is not going to be a guy that gets a lot of goals or assists. He's involved in everything beforehand. So, yeah, man, what's your take on Luka Modric?
Yeah, look, I agree with Jelil. I think the guy is very underrated, and I do think it's a bit of a disrespect that when his name does get mentioned with the top tier midfielders, that they kind of play it down. I do believe it was because he was a spud once. I mean, it's hard to shake off that stigma from being at Tottenham. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Facts.
But he did well. He's gone to Madrid, and he's done amazing at Real Madrid. Yeah, at Madrid, he's one of their key players. Yeah, key players. And to be a key player at Real Madrid, it's showing your level, it's showing your standard. And to be honest, Modric should really start being in the same conversation as the Xavis, the Iniestas, the Paul Scholeses. He definitely deserves to be. The fact that people think he shouldn't is strange to me, but he definitely is in that same conversation.
Yeah, and well said. And I think Hassan saying it here, can't be forgetting man won Ballon d'Or. As controversial as that one was, he was still won it, and he definitely deserved to be in the running for it. And I think if you look at his accolades, he did take Croatia to a World Cup final as well. I know they lost, but a World Cup final for Croatia is still a World Cup final for Croatia. And I think he's just an unbelievable footballer. That he is. I don't know what it is. Maybe sometimes people don't appreciate people when they're here. They need to be gone, and then maybe in a few years people realize, oh, that Modric fella, he was pretty brilliant. I feel like it was kind of similar thing was happening with Scholes. I don't think Scholes was properly appreciated when he was playing. It was kind of when he went out, retired, and came back that people were like, oh, this Scholes guy, but he was doing it before. People just
do you know what I think it is as well? It's hard to shine in an era. It's hard to shine in an era with Ronaldo and Messi for a lot of players. If he was part of the era that came before it, we would be calling his name, But when it's an era where Messi and Ronaldo have kind of dominated football as elite players, as the level, the bar, it kind of makes everyone look at the rest of the players like, you're just kind of standard. But in reality, no, these players are amazing. They're technically gifted, and he needs a lot of respect on his name. Luka Modric.
Yeah.
He's a great
you know what, there, Rash? Yeah, you bring up an interesting point. Do you guys feel like Ronaldo and Messi get the deserved hype, not hype, but like adulation in this era? Do you feel they would have got the same in the era of R9, Zidane, Ronaldinho, Figo? Because all them men were kind of playing at the same time. Do you feel in that era they would have dominated the headlines as much as now, or it would have been a bit more even?
Jelil, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, I'll just touch on it quick, and then I'm pretty sure you're going to elaborate on it, Rash. I think it will be very difficult for the reasons of social media and the replays. I think someone because the question you brought up now is the same question we have in group chats all the time, and after football matches we have. The fact of replays after a game and a day after, a week after, makes you realize that Messi and Ronaldo are the guys. But back then, you had to just watch one Brazilian match, one Champions League, and you can tell these guys are the guys. Yeah. It will be difficult for them to shine. However, I will never doubt that they can shine in that era. But I feel like replays and everything does play a big part. Social media, does play a big part in why they're so successful.
Yeah, social media. That's a brilliant point. Brilliant point. Yeah. Rash, I don't know if you want to elaborate on that.
Damn, man, that was a really good point, and I think that might be the very big difference in regards to them getting the attention that they have got compared to the other guys. With the other guys, you see the odd game and you just can't wait for them to play each other, to see how they match up. But when you get to see, as Jelil was saying, the replays, the special editions, the best ofs and stuff like that, it's a totally different era. Do I think they'll be able to sling it with the guys of before? Hell yeah. I'm trying to say, because these guys aren't just good players, they're elite players. They're on levels of their own. Would they be better than most of them or some of them? Yeah, they would as well. But a lot of things was different. The quality of the pitch, the nature of the game, the athleticism of the players, the tactics of the football, it was totally different. So it would be a very different game. Defenders was made of bricks back then. Midfielders was made of grit back then. You know what I'm saying? Strikers was made of flair. So it would have been a very different game. But would they be able to go toe to toe with the best? Definitely.
Yeah, no, brilliant. I think you both broke that down really, really well. And I think that last point there on the defenders used to be made of bricks. I think obviously you both played football, Jelil, especially you're a defender. Like, I feel like in modern day football, things like, let's say, you're a centre back and you've got like your right back to your hand side. If the ball comes in and it goes past you, you're expecting your fullback to be there, cover you, play it out, right? In modern day football, people be like, hey, that's amazing covering. But I still look at it as you're meant to be covering, bro. And a lot of that has changed in defending.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, it's mad.
But I think a lot of that is due to the change of the rules of the game and it becoming a very semi-contact sport now. Before you could get away with breaking the man, but you touched the ball, he got the ball, and that was it. He got the ball. Do you know what I mean? Now when you get past your fullback or you get past one of the centre backs, you're in the box. Man don't want to touch you because you go like that and he falls over. It's a pen. Do you know what I mean? So the game, the all-round game, it has changed. It's evolved, you know what I mean? And it's because the game has become a lot faster, and the injuries can be a lot more dangerous because of the speed of the game as well. Not saying that some of those tackles back in the day weren't crazy, but at the same time, the men were made of something different. They were cut from a different cloth.
Yeah, I agree. Go on, Jelil.
This kind of brings me back to, the whole defensive thing, how we don't see bullies anymore because Pepe is about to retire. Ramos was on his way.
I miss bullies, man.
Mings is just a WWE superstar. So it's a bit...
He's about to hang up his towel. Go to WWE. Vince McMahon and them, man. Yeah.
Every time I see Mings, I swear, I hear the Stone Cold like banging
the glass,
slashing the beers.
But yeah, for me, I get pride in watching defenders and watching strikers come against defenders, like, and being damn, I've got to double think this. You've got man like Mbappe and these kids just destroying every defender they come across, bro. Like, I saw something really attractive from Ronaldo the other day with Rudiger. You kick the ball in the air, and it drops. And that's the kind of stuff you like to see. But as a defender, John, Rash, you know me. Some of that,
you take them out. You're taking them out.
You can't disrespect. You're getting wiped off. Do you know what I mean? And you don't see that. You've got to let them know that you're there. But no defender does that anymore. But maybe that's the reason. And that's the system is played now. You've got to be more conservative because of VAR, because of yellow cards are given out more frequently now. So yeah, it's just a shame that you don't get to see that anymore. So that's why I was a bit upsetting to see Ramos leaving Real Madrid, and Pep. This could be Pepe's last kick of the ball. He might hang up his boots, he might retire. But 38, he's getting on, and yeah, man, it's just sad to see that there's no defenders to come. You're scared to come across because you should be shitting yourself when you see the other defense, but you don't get that. Like, you just look at Arsenal, for example. You look at United, for example. You're gonna be scared of Mings. Come on, bro. Mings, I'm Harry Maguire. Do you know what I mean? You're gonna be scared of. Gabby. Sorry to go a bit off topic, boys, but I think Gabriel is kind of giving that fear factor. Do you think for us?
Yeah, he can. He was a bit shaky at the end. He can.
He reminds me slightly of an old school defender, because like how old school defenders, like I was saying before, they were like brick houses. You know what I'm trying to say? They was kind of tonk. They used their strength and their power and their ability to hold up players more than anything, rather than the athleticism of the actual player, which most defenders have to be right now. They have to be athletes. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But before, it was like, I'm hench. Look at the Sol Campbells. I mean, look at Tony Adams. Them man used to play football drunk. You know what I'm saying? They used to play football drunk, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? They ain't going in for real challenges. They're looking to break you. Look at Martin Keown. Do you know what I mean? People feared Keown. Like, even up to now, people still fear Keown. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Look at Man United's defense. Steve Bruce, Guy Pallister, and is it Guy Pallister, whatever, Pallister anyway, and these men Pallister, they had like strong, solid. They weren't fast. You know what I mean? They weren't athletes. It was like, oh, you think you can get around me? Tugging you down. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And that's what was gonna happen. Hold their hands up and say, yo, what? Do you know what I mean? But now it's like, you can't beat me, kind of thing. So the style of play is different. It's just very different.
You got Lindelof and Maguire now, and the only person that you do like to see in that Man United defense is Bailly, but he's injured half the time. So
Bailly, The thing is, Bailly is like, he's a small guy, but he plays
You
like
don't
a
want to play
lion.
him.
I love that guy, bruv. He's
You
like,
don't want to play him.
I will break my leg breaking you. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Do you know that one there? Yeah, I love Bailly, bro. He's a player. He's a player.
Yeah, man. Big up Hassan says no one's gonna be scared of that slab Ed. Obviously, he's talking about Harry Maguire there. And Ed saying, to be fair, this is how Arsenal have always defended, hence why you might have never seen your team lift the Champions League. Nice little Arsenal dig there. We haven't had one for a little while, actually.
Yeah.
Hello, Ed. Hello.
Yeah. So, well, yeah, you know what? I can't lie. I really enjoyed that little talk discussion, kind of comparing modern and old football, if you can say. Yeah, it's really good to compare. And one of the things I miss personally is that thing of you both have played, you both have watched loads of games. That thing of, in the first 5 minutes of a game, you can get away with a mad challenger.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that cruncher to set the tone.
Yeah.
You know what game it's going to be when someone puts that cruncher in.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, this is going to be a long game. I can't lie. So,
yeah.
But nowadays, VAR will just say, nah, no crunches allowed, mate. You're off.
Yeah.
And,
it's literally that.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, it's a big change. But, for people like us who've seen both, maybe we prefer how it was. But, people coming up now, they won't understand, like, why would you be allowed to get away with one? And, fair enough. That's what they're used to. And, you just have to, that's what makes debates.
I remember my football manager used to literally say that at the beginning of the game, give him a hard one. Let him know.
Yeah.
Yeah. give him a hard one. Let him know.
That's the saying. Let him know.
He
doesn't even know who he's talking about. He's just saying, let him know.
Let him know, bruv. Okay. It's a real thing today.
Let him know. Oh, man. I know Jelil's done that a few times.
For me, as a defender, I always see who's playing up top. And I don't even, like, when the ref's not looking, I always just give them that little nudge. And I'll lean up on them just to, all right, they're going to be like, this is going to be a long, if this guy keeps doing it. However, some people, I'm not going to lie, have got better of me. But they have to get clamped, I'm afraid.
Yeah, because some people actually enjoy it. Some people are like, okay, this guy wants to get physical. Let's do this. Let's show him I can overcome it.
It's a contact sport. Do you know what I mean? It's fun at the end of the day. The people that I'll play against, and then the little clip, I'll get the ball and the man, will, they'll get a free kick and stuff. Like it's a bit crazy. Do you know what I
mean?
Yeah. Ed saying, Jelil, don't do that tomorrow to me, please. I take back what I said about Arsenal. So, yeah.
Oh, you got a lot to take back, Ed.
It's true. That's a good point, actually. Yeah. It might be too late.
You know what I mean? That buys you like 10 minutes in the game. That's about it. 10 minutes freedom, bro.
Tomorrow's going to be a good game, man. There's a lot of beef going on. The only thing is I'm a bit upset because I did leg up, then I did my groin a bit. So I'm not going to run as fast. I'm still going to be as physical as possible. But it's what it's
got adapt, innit?
Listen, and I just want to say one thing. Listen, I see some things in the comments like when our clip was on 360 and stuff like that. I see a couple people saying things like, man, here we go again. Man, them who can't kick ball and chatting rubbish and rah. Listen, you might need to come and watch. Go and watch the boys play. Go check out John. Go check out Jelil. Go check out Ed. Yeah, go see some real ballers and then come with that rubbish. Yeah, because seriously, you don't know about the man that's behind this panel. All right, I just want to say that.
The funny thing is, John organised a football show after when we were allowed to kick ball again. And we had a lot of people that watch the show that come to watch us and stuff. They didn't even play with us. And initially, what they're saying is like, oh, this guy could be shit. Do you know that game when I did the last flag tackle?
I remember that.
I got so much praise. I was thinking, shit, am I a celebrity, brother? Actually, man, watch the show. And these people I've never met before. Obviously, they watch the show and stuff, and they got to come down and play with us. And it was quite good to see. And yeah, it just puts into perspective. Maybe we do need to do some football challenges, John, on the channel. Maybe we hire out somewhere, do some football challenges, let them see what we're about, and then
damn right. I'll be the cameraman. I'll be the cameraman.
Listen, guys, I can't lie. If we get lucky, we might not even have to hire the place out. We might be able just to get it for a reserved time for free. But yeah, no, 100%. Obviously, Rash, you make a good point, but that thing there is no surprise because, as you know, sometimes when sometimes people can criticize what you say. I don't mind no one criticizing the content, but when you try to get personal, you just let it go back and say, hey man, that's your opinion. You ain't never watched me play. You might be better than me. Cool. You might have a right to say I'm dead, but there's no need. You're just being personal because you don't like the point that we tried to make.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? But I saw worse comments. I saw someone talking about somebody's mum, and I was like, yeah, that's a bit mad. So, yeah.
What did they want? Someone to say, "Yo, your mum back"? Like, come on, bro.
It's mad. Exactly.
That's crazy.
And Ed saying, "Hey, football challenges will be lit. Are you nuts?" Yeah, obviously Ed will definitely be a part of that, and obviously Rash, you'll be a part of that too. Not just cameraman, you'll be involved.
Yeah, facts.
You'll be involved 100%, man.
If I can get these ankles to work, man. If I can get these ankles to work,
yeah.
You know what it is? It's YouTube. It's YouTube. We can retake because God knows I'm gonna have to retake a few, man.
Retake, edit. Don't worry, Rash. When it comes out, it's gonna look litty. Everyone's gonna be messaging us saying, "Right, you man are ballers."
Yeah, I mean, whoa.
Hey, real baller talk.
And man be like, "Well, Rash has still got it."
Hey, you see, Rash will become that guy that will just make fleeting appearances. Just one touch on the touchline, everyone will be like, "Hey, Rash got it." Hey, man. But yeah, man, listen, people, let's wrap it up. Been a great show, I can't lie. Last comment from Ed saying, let's hope Jeff's technique ain't the same as his knowledge. Ouch. That's a low blow still.
Rash, you want to take this one?
All right, listen. See, Jeff, you don't want to play with Jeff. Jeff is a different type of baller, bruv, yeah? Jeff will make you look stupid on the pitch. He zips around. He'll jump on top of the ball, do this, and go again, yeah? The men take liberties when they're playing football. Like, Jeff is one of those unstoppable players. Unless you're big like Jelil, you might be able to put in a hard challenge.
Jeff, me and Jeff will have the maddest games because Jeff will do me and I'll be like, it's time to get physical.
The worst is as well, yeah. Jeff is ridiculously strong. Like you're just like, why are you so strong, bruv? Like he's ridiculously strong as well. So yeah, trust me.
Jeff's change of pace and his ability on the ball is kind of like one of the best I've played with personally. If we ever get the opportunity to bring Jeff down to our ball, John, I'll tell you this. He'll be one of the. It'll probably be one of the. It'll be top 5.
Jeff is Jeff is sick. Jeff is sick.
Yeah, man. But listen, it doesn't.
Jeff is levels.
I can't even lie. You know what I'm saying, Maybe one time me and you go down their way as well and kick ball down their side. You know what I'm saying?
We're looking
I'm 100% down to do that.
Rash, it was in the group the other day, right? We're Northwest. We're gonna try and organise something up those bits. That's where the majority of the boys are. That we can take. I can bring Ed down. Ed can finally meet Sharp and the man them. John can meet the guys, and then we can have
that's another quality player right there. Shout out to Sharp, man.
Yeah,
I ain't seen.
Oh yeah,
like he's amazing, bro.
I'm seeing the clips on Instagram. His team are badding up teams.
Hilltop,
they are.
Yeah, big up Hilltop, man.
Big up Hilltop men and ladies. They're both killing it.
Yeah,
the ladies as well, killing it, bro.
Ladies as well, man. Let's do it. But yeah, man, listen, people, that's it from us. Sorry, we got a little carried away there just talking about football. We're addicts, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But make sure to smash the likes. As it says there, we're on the road to 500 subscribers. That's what we're pushing for. We're aiming to get there as soon as possible. We're almost on 250. Let's keep pushing. If you guys can help us by sharing, like I said, sharing, liking, subscribing, that will really, really help us, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know you all continue to do so. You've been very supportive so far, and yeah, man. And yeah, Ed saying anytime for the C. Obviously, he'll turn up 100% Ronaldo style. But yeah, man, people, make sure you have a good Wednesday morning. Hopefully, we all enjoy the France-Portugal game. And yeah, we'll just leave it to Rash with very quick final words.
Yeah, so today I want to make sure that we remember a legend of our time. Okay, a name that's not mentioned enough. Some people don't even know his name. And this is a guy who put his life at risk to save someone else's life, and ultimately he paid with it with his own life. So I just want you guys to know his name and make sure it stays in there. His name is Fuller Jimmy Olubunmi Aduwale. Don't forget that guy. The guy who risked his life, jumped into the River Thames to save someone else's life who he didn't know, and ultimately he lost his life. He's a living legend, and that guy deserves all the praise and the memory, and he deserves to be on the tip of you guys' tongues. Salute.
100% salute. Rest in peace to him. A real G. Not spoken about enough at all, but we won't forget what he did. Trying to save somebody else's life, and in turn it cost him his own. So many prayers to him, his family, all his friends, everybody close to him. But yeah, his legacy will definitely live on. And yeah, man, top young man. So yeah, that's it from us. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Beautifully said by Rash, and we'll see you all on Friday. Peace and love, people.
So